All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably
Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
We're okay. We're okay. 190. 154.
Here we go.
Shoot! Left! Orange cross 4. Bravo!
Rivers on first down. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He's got a man open. That's Allen. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
That's another Chargers.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me.
Hey, 180. Hey, Delta.
To throw again. Rivers. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways. Because
trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Chargers.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, no.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going deep for Benjamin. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season, with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now Cousins, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3.
17-0 our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Everson Griffin has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Rivers. Got Gordon open, completes it. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. They got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
He's cracked. He's checking crack. 31.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Gets it to Strong. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to air one out. Looking for strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
79!
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To throw is Rivers. And now he's taken down, and Rivers in the end zone. Down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On the ground, it's Cook.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and a couple. Rivers caught by Allen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Push him back. Push him back.
Hey, Rocket.
Working out of the gun, Rivers able to get this to Gordon. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Red Delta! White! Left it on!
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And able to find Green. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Here's Rivers. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Rivers now. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Cook with a first down and much more. He's at the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run Smallwood. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Chargers' 32-yard line.
Jahan, where are you?
Right, 49. Come on, D.
On 2nd down, Cook. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 23. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Cook following the penalty. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
brings up second.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Cousins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Big hold to the 30. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 82 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Rivers. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Nifty move by Gordon. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Rivers. Now defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. He will push his way down to about the 14. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Zero. Hey, ready.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. The fullback wide, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's
on 2nd down now. It's Cook. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety Derwin James. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. And now Rivers will lead the Chargers up to go for 2. Following the interception here, Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Hot.
49. Nice, sweetheart.
Quaker Omaha. Check.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd down, here's an option right. Again, it's Cook, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First down, Minnesota.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. First down, a run with Smallwood. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here. We'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
They probably just want to put this one behind them. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Rivers on first down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Throwing, Rivers. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain.